Hello, we're doing something a little different in today's video. We're going to be reading some Reddit stories, and unlike last time, it will be more amusing than scary. I think that would be how I would categorize these stories today. We're going to be on r/malicious compliance today, and I've got a little shorter story to start us off with, but I figure it would set the atmosphere for the kind of stories you're going to be listening to today. And I hope you guys enjoy today's video. You have to follow the schedule. Okay, guess I'll just sit here then. A while back, I used to work at a small retail store where the manager was obsessed with sticking to the schedule. Like, no helping with tasks that weren't written in your official hourly breakdown. One day, I finished my assigned duties early, stocking a small section and organizing a shelf, when I saw a coworker struggling with a heavy delivery in the back and offered to help, like any normal human being would. The manager then saw me and stormed over, shouting, "What are you doing? That's not your scheduled task." I explained that I was just helping out since I was done early, and they stated, "It doesn't matter, follow your schedule exactly." Okay then. So I went back to my area, which was spotless, and just stood there for 2 full hours staring at the already stocked shelves. How would you not get bored? Like, I feel like after. It's just the ADHD in me, but I really feel like I could not have done that. I could not have been that meticulously malicious. But this is definitely pettiness. I'm sensing we're going to be seeing a lot of pettiness with upper management. So I do enjoy. It is very funny to me. So let us continue. Stood there for 2 full hours, staring at the already stocked shelves. Customers asked for help? Sorry, not my department. Boxes piling up in the back? Not my task. At the end of the shift, the manager gave me a weird look and said, "You didn't do much today." I just smiled and said, "I was following the schedule exactly like you said." She never said that again. I think my only problem with this story was like he didn't have a continuation to it. Like he didn't have a story where like he, maybe could have done something in front of the manager to test the waters to see if they would do that again. But maybe we'll find something different in the next story. This next one is titled "If Your Pay Raise Isn't Good Enough," or isn't enough, sorry, then quit. And they just said, "Okay then." I first wrote this 4 years ago for a sub when a lot of you enjoyed it. I've rewritten and updated/expanded it and corrected some mistakes. Enjoy. This took place around December 1992, January 93. Gee, 6 years before I was born. I got a job as a security guard after leaving the army because I wasn't qualified to do much else. And I hadn't decided if I was going to college yet or not. The company refused to pay very much, so they had high turnover. And because of the turnover, they had small raises built in at the 90 days, 6 months, and a year as incentive to stay on. I needed a job, and until I had my stuff together, he did not say stuff. This would do. So I showed up and worked. My 1 year anniversary rolls around, and I don't see my 50 cents an hour raise in my paycheck, but something more like 35 cents. So I called the boss. My 3 and 6 months raises has been delivered with no issues, so I was surprised my 1 year anniversary hadn't shown up. Supposedly, they wanted to give all employees a raise, so they did. And yes, I got a small raise along with the other guards. A few hundred of us. It was something like 35 cents an hour for each of us. Okay, fine. But what about my promised 50 cents an hour? As far as I was concerned, this 35 cents an hour was something you initiated after promising me more. So, this is bonus. Wait, what? Is he trying? I think he's trying to say like he wants. He's so insulted that he wants the 35-cent raise on top of his promised 50-cent raise. When I called the manager, I was told I wasn't going to get a raise for my 1 year raise because you just got a raise. No one gets two raises at once. If your pay raise isn't enough, quit. In other words, they were trying to claim a 35-cent an hour raise for every employee somehow was overriding the fact that I was owed an additional 50-cent an hour longevity raise. I'm sure there were okay, well that makes sense. Okay, I didn't think it was like that. So it was just a random company-wide raise. That makes sense as to why he'd want it on top of each other. Okay. That makes more sense. I was confused. I thought it was like they just gave everybody their thing early, but they paid it less, and they were saying it was that. But it was like a totally different thing entirely. So let's see. If your pay raise isn't enough, quit. In other words, they were trying to claim a 35-cent an hour raise for every employee. Somehow is overriding the fact that I was owed additional 50-cent an hour longevity raise. I'm sure there were others that caught up like that. Fine, they want to give me 35 cents an hour of a raise and tell me that it is equal to the 85 cents an hour? I'll find something better. I spent the next week calling in sick and showing up late while job hunting, called the office at the end of my last day, and told them I was done and they could find someone else, giving them no notice at all. Panic mode ensued. Everyone else was at 40 hours for the week, and they hated paying overtime. One of the salaried managers had to cover for me. They told me to quit, so I did. I'm a teacher now, near retirement. My raises are still shit, but at least I can live off of it, and I have a crappy union for now. He didn't say crappy. Whatever, I don't think YouTube's gonna care. I have a union for now, which is more than I had then. That's fair, buddy. A few more cents an hour, and they could have kept me as a wage slave. Crazy that I would even consider it now. Looking back on it, at least I enjoy my job today, as crazy as the kids are. That's cute. That's a bit of a wholesome, happy ending. I wonder if that's what he initially wanted to do, like as a job. All right, we got a bit of a longer one for the next one. You demanded my entire team be at the office party for 4th of July. Fine, enjoy paying for the office party. So, this starts on Monday, June the 13th. As I receive an email from a VP not even over my department, I am told that my team will be required on the 4th, and I politely tell them no, that our team has been scheduled this day off and people already have plans. My team is the IT team, and as many of you know, IT teams get shafted every time it can get shafted by any company. So over the course of the next week, I let my team know what's happening. I let them know that I have been reaching out to higher ups to fix it, and I also tell them that their plans are ruined. I will make it right at work over the course of 3 meetings. It starts to look like things will not go my way. In response, I send an email to the CEO of the company. All of my higher ups know I was going to do this and said I should do this as he is very family oriented and that he would not allow anyone to work on a national holiday. Well, he's on vacation in the Bahamas until the 6th, but his assistant informed me that he would look at this after he gets back. Repeatedly slams head into desk. So tell everyone that it will be work from home and that we will be setting my cell phone as priority in call routing, meaning I would get most of the calls. To be honest, I was expecting almost zero calls, especially since I was asked to send out a notification that IT support would come over the 4th of July. I never sent that email out. A day later, I was given another outrage. I was told in an email that my employees would be required to be at the office and no one was allowed to work from home. They would be checking the door badge-ins to verify that we were at the office. I asked why in an email, and they said that they wanted to make sure no one was playing video games at work. We normally work from home about 2/3 of the week, and video game playing is a normal occurrence at work. So I walked into the person's office after a very long conversation where she was losing the logic war with me. Just told me that it's just IT. You guys don't have lives. Wow, lady. Okay. Wow. Oh, I hate people. Like, how can you think it's okay to treat other human beings like that? Like, I don't understand people. Like, just because they work under you at a company doesn't mean you get to treat them. Oh, that's so dumb. Anyway, let's continue. No, I'm not kidding you. This is because. Oh, sorry. No, this is exactly what they told me. I reported this to my VP, who said, I will take care of this. It likely won't be until the 4th, so get creative. I know this man well. We have worked together a long time, and get creative is code for corporate fuckery. I don't think YouTube's gonna care. We're like 12 minutes into the video. I don't think YouTube's gonna care. I think it's only if it's like within like the first 2 minutes. I asked the person requiring us to be at the office if they cared if we had an office party. They said no, as long as it did not interfere. Wow, okay. As long as it did not interfere with the call flow. Even suggested using my new company card to pay for it. Go wild. Wait, what? I'm assuming the boss told him to use their new company card? Pay for it and go wild. Pro tip, never tell me to go wild. At this point, it was Tuesday the 21st. Hold up, I gotta scroll down. I let everyone know what's up, but that I have something planned. I asked who had things planned for that day. 2 people told me they were planning to shoot off fireworks with their family, but the rest were planning barbecues with friends. I write up an email to the VP over my department and the bad VP and tell them that I let everyone know we are all expecting to work until 8 p.m. Monday. Per the conversation with the bad VP, I will be having an office party as sort of a sorry to the guys and gals who got shafted by this decision. The bad VP replied again, thank you for your understanding. Also, yes, I would expect an office party if I had to work on the 4th of July as well, so go wild and enjoy your time. Why are you making them work if you feel like fuck you? No, you don't. Oh, this bitch. Oh. So, for context, the lady who basically made them work that day, she is the only reason they are working that day. Basically sent a email to all of them saying, have fun at your party. I would be partying hard too if I had to work on a holiday. Which makes no sense. Why are you, like, is she purposely just trying to rub salt in the wound of, I'm making you work? Like, I have this little bit of control over you? I don't know. This lady makes no sense. Use your new company credit card if you need to cover a few expenses. So it's the company's money. Oh no. Also, I should not have to remind you or anyone else, no fireworks or alcohol on company property. So now it's time to tell you about my office. See, a while back, the IT team was moved from the main corp office into a smaller building by itself. It has a nice gaming break room with a decent sized gym and a full on drink bar. Soft drinks, mind you, no alcohol at work. Out back is a big patio that crosses county lines as soon as you cross into a creek that just so happens to have a footbridge over it, oh no, leading into an empty field. I started making phone calls. Monday. Oh no, I think I know what this guy's doing. Monday, June 25th. I call up everyone into an hourly meeting that morning and explain to them all that I will be making it right. I asked everyone to invite their friends and family to the office. No supplies will need to be brought by anyone. I tell them all this will be non alcoholic, but that I will be planning something for everyone. I told them to expect all food to be provided. They don't need to be anything unless they want to bring some fireworks, i.e., they won't have to spend a dime. The fourth comes, and the entire day we did absolutely no work. No tickets, no calls came in. Well, 7 calls did come in, but from the same person, the bad VP. She was calling to make sure we were manning the phones. All of us were playing video games or watching movies. 6 p.m. rolls around, and everyone was told that the food was ready. So they basically just got paid to sit around the office and just play video games all day. Like, oh, like, why? It's megalomaniacs. It's people that given these positions of power that are already power hungry and they fucking crave it. And the moment they have power over anybody, they're just like, yes, I'm going to be a dictator over these people and control every aspect of their lives. Oh man. Okay, let's continue. Sorry about that. 6 p.m. rolls around, and everyone was told that the food was ready. People were expecting hot dogs, hamburgers, maybe a bratwurst or two. What the god was a full-on barbecue feast with pizza and other foods. There was smoked brisket, spare ribs, smoked sausage, smoked turkey, both kinds of tater salad, coleslaw, green beans with bacon and onion, potato au gratin. I probably butchered that. Pizza from 2 different places, excellent hamburgers, bratwurst hot dogs, and on the dessert side was cake, very good cookies, 4 different kinds of pies, and about 2 pounds of fudge. Brother. Families and friends started showing up at around 6:15ish. I just want to say before we continue that, like, since he said, like, the CEO is all about, like, people spending time with families and, like, the importance of it, I feel like he's gonna find out what happened, and he's gonna be beyond happy through the moon that this guy did this to this stupid VP, and this bitch is getting fired. Oh, what a butthead. Like, it's the thing she said earlier about, oh, I would party too if I had to work. You're the one that made them work, you dingus. Oh, people are. Anywho, let's continue. I'm getting distracted. ADHD. Let's go. Families and friends started showing up around 6 to 6:15ish. Some brought alcohol, but I told them that they would need to leave that in their cars as I was not that crazy. Some were not too happy about that, but I agreed it was a free dinner for random strangers. You know what? That's fair, buddy. So let me have the scene for you. I am out there with all calls routed to my cell phone. So any call that goes to the building that would be a customer is just going right to his cell phone. And everyone's just having a good time. We have a ton of people there just enjoying the fun night, chatting about random stuff, eating the food, and occasionally lighting off some sparklers or throwing firecrackers into the stream. It's not stocked and only 1 foot deep. My VP, not the bad VP, but bad VP, mind you, showed up with his family and brought some water balloons for the kids and man children. Jeez. Around 8:30ish, it's getting dark and people want to shoot off more than simple sparklers and firecrackers that we'd been using. The VP over the IT department had everyone cross the footbridge over the county line, off company property, mind you, and we set up a big wooden board using it as our launch pad. We fired off what we had for an hour or two and sort of just hang out for a little while. At around this time, people were tired and ready to head home. I told people to take home leftovers within reason, and we all clocked out at 8. No one left until about 10:30. The bad VP did call once more while we were out back at the party. It was 7:50 and she called asking for a status update. My exact words were, well, you were the only one to call us today, and the rest of us are on the back patio enjoying the 4th of July shindig. That's okay. I was just like, what is that word? Shiting? She simply acted like my boss and said, as long as no alcohol or fireworks are on company property, I don't care. Okay, lady. We ate roughly half of the food catered, and the rest was taken home. A small group volunteered to stay behind to clean up, including my VP, and we had a funny conversation about how this will make waves with the bosses. But he said he had my back and asked me how much this cost. I just gave him a sideways look, which made him laugh. So probably a hefty, probably a couple $1,000. Tuesday morning, I submitted the expense report to my VP. This email would inevitably make its way over to the bad VP and up the chain to the CIO of the company. It would be a bad idea to give out the exact cost of the party, mind you, but I can tell you because of the 4th of July party, new rules were put into place. Any expenses over $4,000 or more must be approved by the direct supervisor, VP over the department, and the full expense report must be sent to the financial department for review after the fact. Hint, the party costed over $6,000. Jeez, buddy. Oh, this is great. The barbecue was the most expensive part, and I did not order from a low or mid-tier place. Yeah, I don't think I would have either. I really don't. Oh, I'm gonna have to pause because I'm running. I thought I was gonna run out of story to tell before I ran out of footage, but we're approaching the 22-minute mark, and I only have 22 minutes of footage, so I'm gonna have to add some more gameplay here real quick, and I will be right back, you guys. Okay, there we go. More footage has been added. I really did not expect to be this long into the video with this story, but I am happy that we got more than we bargained for, because longer view time and more time with you guys here listening to me tell these stories. Before we continue, though, I would like to say that if you want more videos like this in the future, please let me know in the comments. And if you want specific subreddits being read out, like, go for it. Leave a subreddit in the comment, and I'll check them out and look for stories. Because, like, that was one of the more difficult things about planning this video, was like, what subreddit am I going to pick? But I digress. Anywho, let us continue. The barbecue was the most expensive part. I did not order from a low or mid-tier place. The place I ordered from has consistently been on the top 10 of the DFW listing for the past 30 years. I ate at that place so much I made friends with the owner. The best barbecue I've ever had. Yeah, I bet he was happy for that bill that day. Holy cow. But he was even more your best friend after that, buddy. The pies and the cakes were custom made by a bakery, and the cookies were made by a boutique cookie place. I had 10, 12 packs of Coke Zero, Dr. Pepper Zero, Pepsi, and Pepsi Zero. I bought 5 pepperoni, 5 sausage, 5 cheese, 2 Hawaiian, 3 cheeseburger pizzas. What the fuck? I want to try a cheeseburger pizza. That sounds delicious. And nearly the same number from another place, excluding the cheeseburger ones. I subbed out those for different specialty pizza from the other place. That's fair. That sounds delicious. The burgers were from an excellent burger place that did catering. I know that owner well. He brought his kids for the night of fun after he heard what was going to be happening. He also was the one who brought the brat dogs, as he recently added those to his menu. Huh. Brought like a special treat for everybody. That's cool. Hey, you know what? That's fair. That's free advertising for your company. You can be like, hey, you want more of these? Come to my store. That's fair. Right on. That's free advertising for them. This was the most expensive office party in the history of the company. The only things more expensive than this were some of the business meetings that the CEO rented private rooms in high-end restaurants for. As for the CEO, he was outraged. Not at the cost of the party, mind you. He knew that the party would not have been necessary if people had been allowed to go home. He was outraged that IT was the only group required to work on that day. When I submitted the logs showing how we received no real phone calls and no service requests, and that we basically watched movies, played video games during our shift, he had heard enough. He apparently sent out a scathing email about work-life balance and the importance of our holidays to every upper management. That's awesome. Right on to that fucking CEO. More CEOs need to be like that guy. It was kind of funny as people wanted me to get in trouble for what I did, but the reality is other departments have done similar things in the past, just not to the scale that IT did. The bad VP was admonished quite effectively and sent me an apology email. I forwarded it to the team with a strong hint to not reply. Then my VP let the CIO and the CEO know about what the bad VP said. You guys don't have lives. The bad VP did actually confirm she said it in a meeting with her EVP. It did not go over well. Right? Good. Fucking A. I've never heard people yelling in an office meeting like that before. The CEO of the company came to our office and yelled at her. Yes, let's go. Ran out of footage, god damn it. Right at the best part too, but like, oh my god, that is beautiful. Justice was given to that lady. Right on. Let's see, where did we leave off? Not sure if she was fired, but she is not at work today. In Active Directory, she does not have the down arrow of death, so not 100% sure what happened to her. I know she lost whatever clout she had at this company with her attitude. If anything more happens, I will update, but so far it looks like the fallout from this I caused. A new rule to be put in place about how much you are allowed to spend at one time. The bad VP may or may not be let go, forced to resign. I know she got yelled at. Strangely, there is now no longer any pushback for my bid to get everyone back to working from home. Edit, please stop asking me where the restaurants are. I'm not doxing myself. That's fair, buddy. I'm sure people just want the beautiful fucking food that they were told about, but like that's, yeah, I would not. Nope, you don't need people finding out where your company is and figuring out who you are. That's fair, because like people would probably also go after that lady, which is not fair. Like, yeah, she's awful, but like she does not need like hundreds of people fucking harassing her. That's not okay. But like, oh, that is beautiful, and I think that is my favorite story so far that I have found on here, and I think we will definitely do more of these in the future. But we are at the almost at the half an hour mark, and I am out of footage to use, so yeah, we're going to continue this with a future video. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like and leave a comment whether you want to get more malicious compliance or you want something like Am I the Asshole or other funny subreddits like that. But yeah, and if you also are a newcomer here to the channel, please consider subscribing, as I am trying to get to 200 subscribers, as that is the next goal. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching to the end.